What's going on, everybody? So today we're making a rage beat melody from scratch. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so we're going to be using Serum for this tutorial, but the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go lay down some chords. Alright, so for simplicity, we're just going to go with an F minor scale and jump right in here. So I'm just going to start playing with some chords until I come up with something that sounds catchy and good. You can see I have some basic chords down here, so let's add some top notes just to fill in those layers. Cool, so let's take these and actually go up an octave now. So it's a little bit too low for my liking, so we're going to go up an octave. We're also going to take these notes that we made on the bottom here and make those bass notes. So we're just going to copy these down one octave. Alright, so we ended up going 2 octaves down, but regardless, it still sounds good. Gives it a little bit of that bassy tone to fill it up, but it's not like straight in your face bass. We're going to do that later. Now let's just add in a couple happy notes. The happy notes are just going to be little notes that transition between the different chords we play here. So let's jump into that. Okay, cool guys, so what you saw that I did is I went ahead and took those top notes that we did earlier and I actually turned them off because I felt like it was too much. So that's something you'll have to play around with a little bit as well. And since we're doing this kind of top note sexy little thing here, getting rid of them wasn't that big of a deal anyways. Let's go ahead and make this 8 bars now and we can change it ever so slightly. Alright guys, so I went ahead and put this on another chord. As you can see, I have a few melodies set up here, but I went ahead and put this on another instrument. I like how it sounds a little bit better, so let's demo that real quick. So not as in your face as the last one was, but we're going to go ahead and layer this regardless. So let's go ahead and actually copy these over to this next one, to the one we were just using. And we're going to be selective about which notes we use. Alright, so I'm thinking for this one, let's go ahead and take away all these sexy little notes that we put in here. And also let's take off the next layer of these top notes as well. And see how this is starting to sound. And then we're going to turn down the volume a lot in comparison, so it's not as loud. You don't want it fighting. Okay, awesome. So that's a great start right there. And one reason where they're going to copy the notes and use them quite a bit here, you're going to see, is because we don't want too many crazy patterns going on. Since it's already kind of crazy as it is, if there's a bunch of things that are going that crazy, they're not going to get along very well. So let's go ahead and see if we can do anything with this next chord layer as well that I have sitting right here. And I'm going to get rid of pretty much everything except for these top notes right here along the very top. Okay guys, so instead of that, I honestly took those notes and put them over onto a lead sound. I thought it would sound a little bit better if it was different. I went ahead and put them down a little bit. This is what it's sounding like now. One last thing we might take a look at is adding a wub, which is almost like a dubstep growl type of sound. You'll hear this in a lot of different rage melodies and rage beats in general. So we might leave it, we might not add it. We'll see what happens. I just want to show you guys that this is a possibility as well. But as you could probably just see, I held down one note for this growl and it came out a lot different. So it's almost really as just an accent. We're actually going to turn this volume like way down. It's going to be just like an accent note that comes in every once in a while. Awesome, so we're doing pretty dang good for not having mixed it or spent that much time. But let's go ahead and now add a bass to go with this. So it's going to be super simple. We're going to take our chords that we're originally using and take the bass lines. Awesome, and then now this is where we can start playing with them. Let's go ahead and solo the bass in just one of these chords so it's not like a million things we're listening to right now. Alright, we're going to go with a little more simple of a bass. And what we're probably going to do is honestly just shorten these, make it even simpler. I mean, lengthen them. Make this just a more simple bass line and call it a day. So let's see how this is starting to sound. And then we just went ahead and dropped it down another octave so that it was using those bassy tones. Boom, and there you have it, a dope rage melody. So I gotta get going because I'm about to put some drums on this bad boy. But if you guys want to see how I go ahead and turn a melody into a full rage beat, you're gonna want to check out this video right here. Alright guys, so check that one out. And besides that, I'll be catching you guys again in the next one. Peace out.